Hi, everybody. Welcome to Week 6 and Asset Management Regulatory Overview. This is Professor Dunaway. I hope you're all having a great weekend. So, as I mentioned last week, I did grade your first assignments, and most of you got them in on time. I did have a few students on extension, though, so wanted to wait before I made any general comments, but now everybody has completed it. So, overall, everyone did an excellent job. Um, the majority, if you did lose points, it was just sort of not having enough discussion. So, you want to make sure that you're spotting a few issues. You don't just want to spot one and move on. You want to spot a few issues, um, kind of explain what the issue statement would be. Then you want to discuss the implications. And then a clear section for your alternatives. So people lost points because, again, it was a very cursory explanation. You want more than just a one sentence explanation of what the implication would be for that issue, or a one sentence alternative. So you really want to just make sure that you're fully discussing all of those sections, and that you have a clear issue section, implications, and alternatives. But overall, again, everybody did a really good job. And if you have any specific questions, of course, you can email me. Last week, I also graded your discussion forum posts. Same comments. Everyone's doing a really great job on those. Usually the only time people are losing points would be timeliness. So make sure you get those in on time. And then your responses, you need to have multiple responses. You can't receive full credit if you only have one. And you also want to make sure that your responses are robust, that you're using the class materials, that you're furthering the discussion at some point. So I've said this all before, so just again, the same comments. But again, overall, everyone's doing a really good job. So last week for week 5, you learned about the Department of Labor rules and regulations. There were several learning outcomes, and then there were also various readings we wanted you to take a look at. You learned about the definition of a fiduciary. You learned about fiduciary responsibilities under ERISA, and then also you read about an ERISA overview, and then we wanted you to watch the 4 videos that were posted. So that was for week 5, and again, make sure you're reviewing those learning outcomes. For this coming week, now week 6, we will be discussing CFP Board Professional Standards. Again, there's a lot of learning outcomes. You don't need for me to read each one of them to you, so just make sure you do read those over. Again, I usually suggest before the week starts and then after to make sure that you feel like you are in a good position. So if you click into week 6, I'm gonna click into the reading folder. There's a few different folders here. So you're going to be reading about estate planning basics, ethical concerns, ERISA reporting and disclosure requirements, and then also finally you're reading about income tax issues. So make sure you click under each of those to get the readings for each of those topics. And let's go back, sorry. So for week 6, there's also 4 videos posted, as you'll see here, and then with the corresponding PowerPoint presentation. So make sure that you watch all 4 of those videos as you're learning about CFP Board Professional Standards. Next week, for week 7, you're going to be learning about reporting and disclosures. So I can't believe we're kind of next week's week 7 already, but you'll see here reporting and disclosure for week 7. And then a reminder here, your second assignment is due a week from tonight. I'm posting this on Sunday the 11th, so your next assignment is due a week from today, February 18th. Again, if you need an extension for that, make sure that you contact me prior to Sunday. If you contact me on Sunday, you will still get a late penalty if you then don't post it on time. You have to request your extension prior to Sunday. So for this week, you want to make sure you do the reading that I talked about. You want to watch those 4 videos, post in the discussion forum. Again, Timeliness. I hate to see people lose a few points because they're a few hours off. So you want to make sure your initial posts are in by Wednesday evening and then your follow-up comments, responses by next Sunday. Optional office hours this week are with me Tuesday evening, 6 p.m. Pacific. So if you have any questions or just want to stop in, I will be there. And then, and again, your next assignment due next week. And I think that's everything for this week. So again, I've received very few questions. So I think everyone is doing a great job plugging along. But if you do have any questions, feel free to email me. Otherwise, I hope you all have a great week and I will be talking to you soon. Thanks, everyone.